Welcome back, everyone. If you're new here, my name's Matt, and this is another episode of Matt Talks Hoops. Today's video is going to be really fun, so I hope you stick around. It means so much to me and the channel. But before we get into today's video, drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss what's to come from me. Now, with all that said, let's talk some basketball. Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors has cemented himself as one of the legends of today's era of basketball and has revolutionized the way the game is played. Since his 2015 season, he blossomed into a superstar and has rightfully earned the title of greatest shooter of all time, recently winning his second three-point competition during All-Star Weekend, which places him in elite company as one of the 7 multiple-time winners of the competition. Curry's ability to consistently knock shots down from ridiculous range has inspired this generation of young players to step out way beyond the arc and imitate the Davidson product. With Curry in the spotlight once again, after a season where he was sidelined due to injury in 2020, the question begs to be asked: is he the greatest point guard to ever play the game? Currently averaging almost 30 points, 5 boards, and 6 assists per game, while shooting an absurd 41% from 3 on over 11 attempts per game, Curry hasn't been talked about as an MVP candidate, although his statistical output should place him towards the top. He's dropped his 2 career highest 62 and 57 points in a single game this season, and has proved himself yet again to be the best at his position in the league today. Even on top of his production during his 11th campaign, Steph is the only unanimous MVP in league history, where he earned that honor in 2016, completing his quest to be the back-to-back winner of the award. Often praised as the best offensive season we have ever seen, Steph was purely unstoppable no matter who or how many people you threw at him to slow him down. During this season, his Warriors won a league record 73 games, passing the legendary 1996 Chicago Bulls led by Michael Jordan. Curry's legacy will be defined by his revolutionization of the NBA, where the three-point shot has become the preferred shot for most players and students of the game. On top of his 7 All-Star selections, 2 MVPs, and numerous awards and highlight plays, Steph's impact has shaped the next generation of players, following in the footsteps of the aforementioned Michael Jordan and LeBron James as players that transcend basketball and have entered the upper echelon of star athletes, expanding their brands to clothing, television, and movies. Curry's resume speaks for itself, but his image in a wide lens gives him a right to be called the greatest point guard of all time. But if Curry isn't the best, who is? The player often compared to Steph is the legendary Magic Johnson of the Los Angeles Lakers. Similarly to Curry, Magic changed the way basketball is played, primarily in transition, as his teams in the 80s were dubbed the Showtime Lakers due to their flashy passes, high flyers, and fast pace of play. The former Spartan is widely considered the greatest passer of all time, although he is only 5th in all-time assists with over 10,000 dimes thrown. All of this while being completed during a shortened career due to medical problems. The Lakers teams ran by Johnson were not just a basketball team, they were a spectacle that sought the attention of every eye in the country. Movie stars like Jack Nicholson, artists like Michael Jackson, and the average Joe all flocked to the Forum in LA to watch the team dominate mostly every opponent. Similarly to Curry's impact, Magic's Lakers had a large impact on the expansion of offense into the 1990s and 2000s, as teams like the Phoenix Suns led by Steve Nash and recent rosters like the Houston Rockets teams led by James Harden both adopted this run-and-gun style of play. Most people consider Magic the greatest of all time due to his flashy style of play, adding to multiple championships and being the only rookie to win Finals MVP, taking down a great Sixers squad while Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was down with injury. His overcoming of adversity cannot be highlighted more than his fight with HIV, which forced him to retire in 1991. A few years later, Magic did almost the impossible and began playing again in the NBA, although he wasn't the same player as once before. His comeback is something that is heralded among the greatest comeback stories in all of sports, which cements his legacy as an all-time great. Both players have a right to claim their state as the greatest of all time floor general. On one hand, Curry gives you scoring, while on the other, Magic gives you passing. Who do you choose? Let me know in the comments section below. I hope you enjoyed my breakdown of both legendary players, and if you did, please drop a like and consider subscribing for more content like this. With that said, that's going to be all from me today, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.